Fuck it. We'll do it live. As we should. Is that your phone?
Yes, damn it.
Merp, merp.
Right on cue. It was a notification for the show, actually.
Yes. And we will jump right into it tonight. We are sans Steve Alcorn, the Sweetwater legend, this evening. So we'll just jump right into the fun and excitement that is this fucking show.
You're about to witness the strength of creep knowledge.
Good evening, and welcome to the Fortean Slip. This is episode number 184. Ghost Train. I couldn't come up with anything, witty, punny, stupid. Fucking nothing. I had nothing today. That's all I had. Zero. Joining me tonight is just Katie. That's it. Nobody else. That's all you get.
Just
She's enough.
me.
She's enough. Yeah, Steve had forgotten that he had a prior engagement this evening, so he could not join us for the festivities. He is taking a potty training class, and he should be back next week.
Fully potty trained.
Yes, fully potty trained, because he can barely make it down to the toilet that's in his basement right next to where he sits when he does the show. Like literally at Steve's house, I've been there. He sits at his desk, like fucking 3 feet from where he sits, there's a door that goes downstairs into the basement to a bathroom in the basement. It's a strange house, that fucking Alcorn house. That's all I'm telling you. Maybe that's why that girl stole his car. Or his wife's car. Was it his car? I can't remember.
I think it was his wife's.
Poor bastard. And he got a cat out of the deal. So. It is school vacation this week. So I've got my fucking son. He's over there laying on the bed like a jackass. As he does. So I'm going to try to keep it like fairly tight tonight. So I got a few things going on. We want to try to do some stuff tonight. So, and I hadn't planned, like this hadn't been like my plan for the week. So I didn't know that this was going on. Excuse me. Jeez. Before we went to do the show. So I just was like, yeah, dude, come on over and hang out. And I hadn't seen him for a while because he was exposed to COVID. His mom and his sister got it, so. But I guess they're all over it. They're all over it, right? Yeah, it's all good. They're good. So he's good. Quarantine's over. He's been able to come back. And we fucking watched a bunch of stupid fucking movies and shit. Laughed our asses off. Did some stupid shit. It's been fun, right? Yeah. Fucking, he's got this Abe Lincoln beard thing going on. I wish I could get him to come on camera for it, but he wouldn't even let me take a fucking picture of him earlier. So I told him he needs to get a stovepipe fucking hat, do the whole 9 fucking yards with this thing. He's got to go all in. If he's going to go with the fucking Abe Lincoln look, you have to go all in.
You got to go buy him a full suit.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, you need to start being a fucking comedian, like on like tree stumps. That's what the man did. He's kind of tall too, so he kind of fits the bill a little bit. We'll see what happens. Like you were saying, it's a hipster thing. We'll get him a fucking corncob pipe.
Oh yeah
He'll
I think be in a magazine looking like that.
Yeah, he's got some fucking GQ qualities about him, like more than me when I was his age. Like I aged way better. Like when I was young, I looked like a dumbass. Now I look like kind of respectable. A little bit. Not much. Just a little bit. He's laughing over there. Did you catch that?
Yeah. I think he disagrees, Chris.
I think he does too, but he didn't see me when I was young and compared to how I am now. So he doesn't have any frame of reference at all. And he just thinks I'm a jackass because he's a fucking teenager. So as time goes on. Yeah. You know how that is, Katie. As time goes on, you fucking realize that things are a little different.
Oh, yeah. Big realizations.
Yeah.
I still have them every day.
So, getting right into things, I know Katie saw it, but I don't know if anybody who watches the show saw it. I did post a video on the YouTube channel, the UFO in Old Orchard Beach ? Now, I was not trying to state that it was just the question, what the fuck is it? Because before I had even posted it, I sent the video to Phil Poling and said, hey, take a look at this. I want to know what you think. And I didn't even tell him who the fuck took it. I didn't tell him where it fucking came from until he started asking questions. I was just like, take a look at this video. Tell me what you think. I'm like, the fucking first thing that goes by is obviously a bug. But the second thing in the background that comes from behind the building, the person that took this said they definitely saw it in the sky. So I sent it to Phil, and Phil takes a look at it. Now, I also told him that it was from a photograph. It wasn't a video. Then when he does his breakdown, he's like, this was taken with a stationary camera. Fucking asshole. Which I went on his fucking page on the video and made a comment saying, Phil's dumbass. This is what I told him. So when you take a photograph with your phone, it takes a little 3-second video.
Yeah, I think that's an iPhone thing, isn't it?
No, because it was taken with a Samsung.
Oh.
So, and what happened was, my girlfriend had been outside with the dog, I do believe, was taking a photograph of the moon because the moon looked really cool that night. So she was trying to take a photograph of the moon and it caught that little 3-second video and what she saw in the sky that night. But unfortunately, the video quality when it does that is not that great. It's okay. With some things, it's better than others. Like I know on the iPhone, it's a little better. So if it had been done with my phone, it would have probably been a little bit clearer. Maybe. I don't know. But when I sent it to Phil, he said, that's strange. Like right off the bat, he said, that's strange. It's not a meteor for one, because it doesn't light up like it's burning as it's entering the atmosphere. And he says, and two, it's weird. It's like it definitely comes from behind the building, but I can't tell. He says it's got some strangeness to it. So that's why I posted it. Because I knew he was going to do a breakdown of it. I sent it to him for him to. I was like, here, if you want this, you can do it, use it as a breakdown. You know, I'm hoping that it'll get you some hits or whatever. You know, and you're more than welcome to him. And to it. And then Steve was like, you should post it before he does. And I was like, all right, that's a good idea. Not that it would do anything for my channel, and it didn't blow up at all. It only got like 600 fucking views, I think. But it's definitely strange. The video is not of great quality. So like, you know, if you do go check it out, don't be expecting to see like some amazing thing. The breakdown that Phil did of it is really good. And you get to see more of it than what you see in the video that I posted. And he also looped it so you get a really good look at what is shown in the video. But I don't know what it was. I wasn't there to see it. But she claims it was in the sky, so. So
did she see it in person too?
Yeah. Yeah, she saw it while she was out there. She was just photographing the moon. She saw it in the sky.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean,
And she didn't think it looked lit like a burning meteor either?
No.
Wow.
And it does kind of share the same types of characteristics in the video, like the bug that goes by first.
Right. But
But
it's further away.
But one of the things that Phil said was, if that is really far away, it's moving pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Really fast. So I was like, okay, interesting. Some interesting shit. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, and I'm not trying to claim. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to claim I got UFO footage. No, it's strange. It's interesting, and it's worth a look. And the reason why I say it's worth a look, because the person that I would go to for anything that I was looking at, video or photograph wise, I sent it to him. I haven't talked to him in a while, for the record. And I was just like, here, take a look at this and tell me what you think. And he came back with, it looks strange. That's why I have, at least want to talk about it. If he had said, oh, it looks like a fucking bug, I'd have been like, oh, throw that out.
Right.
Or I would have been like, hey, go ahead and post it, so you can, be something for you to fucking throw out there for people.
Right. So use as an example.
Right. Definitely. But right off the bat, he was like, yeah, that looks strange. He's like, I'll definitely do a breakdown of it. And I posted the video and I sent it to him. I said, well, I posted it. I said, it's getting a little bit of traction, because it started like really getting some views at first. And he's like, oh, well, I'll jump right on it. So we posted it that night.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the notification for it. I was like, oh, that was pretty fast.
Yeah, it went right up. So, and he's been doing some interesting stuff lately. I'm not a big fan of his little fucking Rexall drug commercials at the beginning of his videos, but
nah,
but otherwise,
yeah,
I like his breakdowns.
He's been on a good roll.
Yeah, he has. Did you watch the IMAX Bigfoot one?
I don't think
that he just posted.
No, not that one.
It was after mine. That one's good. I like that a lot. I won't ruin his explanation for everybody.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching that,
as it were. The Prestige. So we'll jump right into the news tonight. I obviously don't have fucking Steve to do it for me. Monkey dactyl. Scientists discover Jurassic-era flying reptile with oldest opposed thumbs. This is from MSN.com. Mammals will have to take a seat in history books after a group of international scientists discovered a flying reptile with the oldest recorded opposing pollex, commonly known as a thumb. Interesting little fucking things. Yeah, they are interesting looking. In a report released Monday, scientists announced the finding of the monkey dactyl that lived 160 million years ago in a forest ecosystem in China during the Jurassic era. Nicknamed the monkey dactyl by a friend of one of the report's authors, the species is a pterosaur and scientifically known as Compengopterus antipolycatus. Yeah, sure.
Nailed it.
Pterosaurs were the first known vertebrates to evolve powered flight, according to the report. The fossil was found in China in September 2019. It started the COVID. This is what started COVID, Katie. With both hands having thumbs preserved in an opposed way, according to report co-author Fionn Wiseham, M.A. A doctoral student at the University of Birmingham said researchers used CT scans to enlarge the hands and look at anatomical features on the computer because of the small size of the fossil. The finding of the opposed thumbs isn't something that happened after its death, Ma said. This discovery means opposed thumbs first appeared on Earth 160 million years in a flying reptile. That's interesting. An opposed thumb is very rare among reptiles and most commonly found in mammals and humans. The monkey dactyl likely used the thumb to cling and grab things, according to Ma. According to Ma, although the findings of this fossil changes the history books for now, Ma is leaving the door open for more possibilities. It is possible if we go out and find more fossils, we could find an even older opposing pollux in the future. Ma said. And that's the end of that fucking story. That is interesting, though.
Yeah,
Maybe that supports like lizard people.
it's a neat little tidbit.
Maybe I think there's some people that can jump on the whole lizard person shit with that one. They had opposable thumbs. They're lizard people. They're coming. What do we got? Elon Musk's brain implant firm teaches monkey to play Pong with its mind. More monkey shit? This is from news.sky.com. Elon Musk's brain implant company Neuralink has released a video showing how it has taught a monkey, Pager, a 9-year-old macaque, to play the video game Pong with its mind. The video follows Mr. Musk's assertion in February that the company has a monkey with a wireless implant in their skull with tiny wires. He wasn't bullshitting. That it uses to play video games. Neuralink Corporation, which Elon Musk owns alongside his SpaceX and Tesla businesses, previously claimed to have implanted coin-sized wireless sensors inside the brains of 2 pigs, describing the sensors as a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires. Interesting. At the time of the video, Pager was 6 weeks from having had the Neuralink devices installed, one in each side of his brain, and in that time has learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw. Yeah, reward that little monkey. Fucking, what was that? The Pavlov's dog type shit. That fucking poor monkey. He's going to be like salivating and shit.
Yeah, and when he's done, he gets a whole real banana.
Oh. Listen, I've looked into I've listened to him talk about this Neuralink stuff. This is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that Musk was talking about on Rogan was that the bandwidth that people have with information is what's about to change. And that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Once people are able to digitally just in their mind work with information, it's going to change the game. People have talked about like the cyberpunk shit or whatnot, becoming a reality, and it's coming to fruition. It's not that far away. People jacking into fucking computers and shit. It's not that far away. So that's some interesting shit. This is the one that you told me I could toss out.
Yeah, it's short.
It's short.
It's fun.
This one's from sfgate.com. Man has tossed used cups in their yard for 3 years. Was he bored? An upstate New York couple may have finally solved the mystery. Oh, somebody else. Of who's been tossing used coffee cups in their front yard for nearly 3 years. Edward and Cheryl Patton told the Buffalo News they tried mounting a camera in a tree in the front of their home in Lakeview to catch the phantom litterer, but it wasn't until some neighbors got involved recently and followed a minivan and jotted down its license plate number that there was a break in the case. After Edward Patton called the police, they waited and pulled over a vehicle driven by 76-year-old Larry Pope, who Cheryl Patton said had once worked with her and had had disagreements with her over union issues. Oh, pissed off fucking Larry Pope. Pope was charged with harassment and ticketed for throwing refuse onto a roadway. I found it very hard to believe that someone I knew would do something like that, especially at his age, Cheryl Patton told the news. Let me be the first to fucking tell you that older people will be some of the most childish motherfuckers on the planet.
This made me laugh so hard when I read it, and especially because I stopped and I envisioned me at 76 years old, and I'm already a petty bitch. So I could totally see me doing that at 76 years old. That's me.
I know you're not a big Bill Maher fan. I'm gonna go out on a fucking limb and
No.
say probably not. But did you catch the Sharon Osbourne interview?
No, I think I heard about it, but not much.
Yeah, she went on there talking about getting fired from the talk,
Right.
and and Bill was very supportive of her not of her getting fired from the
Right.
talk.
Right.
But all she had literally said was that she supports her friend Piers Morgan, for those of you
Yeah.
that don't fucking know, even if she disagrees with him about what he's saying. And because she said that, she was literally called a racist, and that she wasn't taking into account Meghan Markle's feelings.
Yeah, the whole thing was messy. It was messy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. It's just completely stupid. But anyway, one of the things that she was talking about, which I wanted to bring up to you, just because of some of the talks that we've had in the past, is they were talking about men and women, and Bill was like, "Men are fucking dogs," and she's like, "And women are fucking bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Women will be the first ones to fucking, when their fucking friends' backs turned, say, 'Oh, she looks like a fucking disgusting slut in that dress,' and went to her face, say, 'Oh, you look so good in that, honey.'"
It's so true.
I know.
I say it all the time. Bitches be crazy. Bitches be crazy. All of us. And I say us. Like I'm a crazy bit. We have a switch.
I got a dose of it really early on in life. I worked when I worked at Walmart. I worked in the domestics department, which is, bedding, pillows, shit like that, towels, and it was next to the craft department. Well, it was all women in that corner.
Yeah.
Just all. I was the only dude, and it was just a shit show. So I got a dose of it really early on about how catty women can be, and how, just downright fucking vile to each other they can be.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, men can be the same way.
Yeah, but it's different.
It's a different type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But excuse me, I got a dose of that early on. And when I heard her say that, I was like, oh, I got to talk to Katie about this one.
Yes. I love that. I love that she said that, because it is so true.
Yeah, it made me fucking chuckle that she said it. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Fucking thank you. And Bill's also right. Fucking men are dogs. Like, I'll be the first one to fucking admit it.
Yeah, men are pigs. It's just a fact of life, and bitches be crazy.
There are certain ones that fucking are willing to accept it and admit it, and there are other ones like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You've cleaned cum off your stomach. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. I was talking with that. A guy was talking to me about that the other day. He's like, dude, you know those fucking guys that would just act like they never did it? It's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's an outright lie.
Yeah, exactly. I need a fucking dab hit tonight, because it's just fucking one of those nights. No Steve, and not that, like, everything went a little haywire this week. I didn't know I was going to be having the fucking boy here. It's fucking my peanut gallery tonight. But and then Steve, of course, texted me and saying, hey, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Got a prior engagement I forgot about. Oh yeah, fuck me.
And hey, on the bright side, I actually did a write-up. I feel like I haven't done one in a long time.
Well, yeah, and you deserved a break. We've been on a good run.
Yeah, well, and thank you for allowing the break.
Yeah. No problem. Like I said, we've had a good run, and the 24th of May, we've got Tom Reed coming back on. We just had Melanie Kirchdorfer on for the in-depth interview, and I contacted Tom, and he's going to come on the 24th of May. And like I said before, I had said I don't know, whether or not I would do the interview alone or not. But as always, it's on a Monday night, so I planned it for a Monday night. You guys are more than welcome to join. I mean, as always, I'm sure it'll be a hoot. But yeah, I've got that planned, so you won't have to do anything that week.
That'll be nice.
I would like to try to get Johnny on to induct him into this new religion that we've seemed to have forgotten about, but that I've had back in the back of my head that I've somehow created, that I am the head of. I guess I'm the Pope of this new religion that I've created.
The fuck Ohio religion?
No, not that one.
Oh, darn. I thought about that one today.
That's yours. It's I don't know what it was called. I don't even know what we fucking came up with. I was like, the Church of the Spaghetti Monster's already taken,
Oh,
so
yes.
I can't take that one. But when was it? Was it when we were talking about the Mormons?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was saying that I wouldn't talk about other shit, and I was like, fuck you, I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want. I don't care. But yeah, so I'd like to try to do something like that. And I know Johnny, his wife's in the States now. I don't know. I asked him when she was due, because she is pregnant. So I know that he's got a kid.
I feel like it was pretty soon, like June or July.
Yeah, and I don't want to fuck around with that. I don't want to screw around with his timeline for his baby being born. And Johnny's always a good sport when he comes on.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah, he's a good egg. I sent him the fucking UFO video, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Looks kind of shady to me. I'm like, all right, dude. I'm like, I know the person who saw it, but he's just like, I don't know, man. A lot of that shit coming out right now.
Well, I'll admit I didn't really see it until you messaged me. I got the notification for the video when it went up, so I watched it, and I was like, man, I just don't think I'm noticing it, and I just kind of put my phone back in my pocket. But then you messaged me, and I started watching it again, and then I totally noticed it.
Yeah, and then when you watch Phil's breakdown of it,
having it slowed down helped a lot.
He slows it down, he blows it up, and there's something. I'm not, and like I said, to me, it looks like it's being lit by the moon.
Yeah, it's definitely
you can literally see like the light increase on it as it comes over the moon, and so I'm just like, whatever. People can say, think what they want, and it doesn't bother me. I'm fine. If you think it's a bug, that's cool. I don't. I tend to think it's not a bug. I think it's something else. I don't necessarily think it's a UFO, in the sense of an alien.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's something strange. It's something weird. It was in the fucking sky. That's all I'm saying. So, Church of the Potato? No. It will not be a potato-based religion, but we will serve the one head. That will be, part of. I stated that on that show. Is Steve okay? Yes, he's at a potty training seminar. So, hopefully everything will work out with that. I would hate to see Steve, the Sweetwater legend, in Depends. So let's hope that we can work through this trying time for Steve and his wife. I'm hoping for it to be Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse? Here I come to save the day. Anywho, on to the story of the evening, or topic of the evening, as you were. Katie brought this one to me. She actually sent me a bunch of different topics because my brain's been fucking fried. What else did you send me besides the St. Louis ghost train? So
Hmm.
other things.
I don't know. It was a weird mix of stuff. Couple cryptids.
Yeah. Lizard Man was one of them. But you threw the cryptids together like that. They would be short.
Yeah, they weren't beefy topics by any means.
Yeah. All right. So, the St. Louis ghost train. I was unaware of a ghost train in St. Louis, or if I was aware of it and had done something on this, I completely fucking forgot about it. And it's in Canada.
Yeah, it's not the St. Louis, you think.
Oh, in a tiny town called St. Louis in Saskatchewan, Canada, there's a local legend that has lasted for a century. The town only has a population of about 450 people. Everyone is familiar with this story, and seeing the phenomenon is commonplace for them now. Some call it the ghost light, ghost train, or phantom train. It is a light that can be seen every single night at midnight just over a ridge. The light appears to come from an area where the historic first train tracks had been laid in Saskatchewan back at the turn of the 20th century. From a distance, it looks like a street light or porch light, but it gets brighter and dimmer. Sometimes it has a small red light shining on either side of it, which is what made people believe it was a train. Often the light will seem to be approaching the viewer, but never actually arrives. Other stories are of people walking along the tracks late at night when suddenly there is a light close behind them. They turn to run away, and when they look back, the light is gone again. There are countless variations of personal stories, but all in all, they're pretty similar and consistently in the same spot. Reports of this strange light date back to the 1920s and have never stopped since. For decades, locals had accepted that this was a ghost train from a tragic loss that must have taken place on the old tracks. There was, in fact, a local railway conductor that was rumored to be drunk. Somehow, while examining the tracks, he was decapitated. Ooh. These lights along the tracks at night must have been his restless soul still checking on his train. Interesting. Darker yet, some people even said he was looking for his lost head. That'd be a little rough. Finally, in the 1980s, it was decided that the old and decrepit train tracks would be removed. Locals had hoped that this would end the ghost train lights and allow the conductor's soul to rest, but to everyone's surprise, the lights still persisted. Still to this day in 2021, people are posting videos of their trips there, showing the same lights that have been seen for over 100 years without explanation. Seriously? Nobody fucking just go up and look at the lights?
Yeah, well, kind of.
All right.
There's an explanation, but it's not a suitable one. So,
All right. I'll keep going. I suppose. Sightings. Here is a story by a man named Serge Garreau and his wife, who were hosting another couple for a weekend. Of course, they were hosting a couple, Katie. And took them on a midnight ride through the Canadian countryside in hopes of seeing the famed ghost train. The two couples arrived at the site of the old railroad line, and after an hour of waiting, right at midnight, they spotted the bright white light with the smaller red light below it that looked like an approaching train. They watched it coming for a long time, but it never arrived. Finally, they gave up and got back into their car and drove away in the direction of the light. Just when they thought they were finally reaching the source of the light, it suddenly vanished. Just a moment later, the lights reappeared behind them. Scared them all half to death. Interesting. Residents Les and Betty Rancourt remember seeing the light since back when they were teenagers in high school. They spent a lot of time on the tracks as teenagers, and as they got older and married, their kids also did the same. Betty has been quoted saying, "You'd always see the light coming, always. I don't think I've ever gone when I haven't seen the light." The mayor of St. Louis, Emile Lucier, runs a hotel near the old tracks. He doesn't typically believe in such paranormal things, but has been outspoken about his experiences and belief in the local legend. He took a walk on the tracks once with his brother-in-law. As they were walking, this bright light lit them up from behind, casting shadows of themselves in front of them. It felt as though the light was right on their heels. But as they turned around, it was gone. They went back to town and told everyone what had happened. His son and some of his friends then went out there to see for themselves. Lucier went with them, but stayed back at the car as the boys walked down the tracks. As he watched them in the distance, a very bright light lit all the young men up, as if the light was right in front of them. But when the boys returned, they claimed to have not seen any lights at all. Interesting. There are even daylight sightings of the ghost train. Rita Furland was picking wild raspberries with her mother near the old tracks when all of a sudden the light came out. It seemed to move along the tracks, getting brighter and brighter until it disappeared. Despite it being broad daylight, the light was still extremely bright and seemingly coming from nowhere. No object could be seen as the light source for it as it moved. In the early 2000s, there was a pair of teenage girls who decided to debunk the local legend for their science fair project. Ah, here we go. They took 2 vehicles out to the famed location. They stayed in the location while their father drove over the ridge out of their sight. They had in flashes headlights and taillights, and they were able to see the lights because of diffraction. The headlights made the white light everyone saw, and the taillights made the smaller red lights. The girls won first place in the science fair and boasted that they had solved the mystery. But the community and many other believers do not accept this as a conclusion. For starters, this phenomenon was reported long before there were any motor vehicles in Saskatchewan. Also, the experiment has not been able to be reproduced with the same results. Of course not. What is this, fucking flat earthers out there doing this shit? Also, the encounters with these lights just do not match up with the local traffic patterns. Plenty of sightings have been made while there was no passing traffic within a 5-mile radius. Still today, this local legend is famous in Canada. It was featured on the Unsolved Mysteries TV show and even commemorated on a Canadian postage stamp. Locals still believe and cannot be convinced otherwise that conductor still roams those tracks today. Dun, dun, dun. St. Louis Ghost Train. Not in St. Louis. Was it Missouri?
Yeah.
Yeah, not there.
Yeah, I was surprised. When I suggested it, I thought it was St. Louis, Missouri. But then once I dug in, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a good one. It was a good little ditty. I was completely unaware of it. And those girls didn't debunk that.
No, they definitely didn't.
No.
They proved that a real situation of diffraction exists, but they didn't correlate it back to the actual lights that people see. And it's never.
I don't think for a second that they debunked it or that they did their due diligence.
No.
I think they just did it maybe to get a little bit of press, on the subject.
Well, or even just to do a fun science fair project, even if they didn't think it would have got the attention that it did.
Well, not only that, but if you're doing that in the town where it's famous for.
Yeah, they were actually in a bigger city, like north of there. Like they weren't from that tiny town, but they were close by.
But they were close by.
Yes, because I mean, this is a very famous thing in Canada. Like people know about it, and people come from pretty far away to come and see the lights, and people come and see it all the time. Like it's a very active thing that people still very much believe in, and the local people there really are just like, yeah, like it's real. Like it's just totally normal for them to talk about.
Right. Yeah, I've known things like that in certain areas, like that it's completely normal to talk about like this strange occurrence that happens there.
Yeah, it's pretty
I've known
cool, and especially for how long as it's lasted. I mean, that's a long time, 100 years. That's several generations. So.
No, that's a hell of a story. That's for sure, and it's an interesting one. Like I said, I don't think that they've debunked it. I think that it's obviously some type of phenomenon, whether it's natural or not, is to be debated until it's actually like scientifically investigated.
Right. Other than 2 17-year-old girls.
Right. Just taking a look
and their
at
dad.
Yeah. Here, let's do this for our science fair project. Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I see why the project probably got an A and passed. Like diffraction is a cool thing to look into in regards to science, but to actually debunk the thing, I mean, it doesn't disprove the close encounters, people who were like right up next to the light.
Right.
So
like that one that you would put in there where they went up to the light, it disappeared, and then it was behind them.
Right. And there's several encounters just like that. So
Yeah, somebody should definitely do a more in-depth investigation into it, because like I said, that science fair project didn't quite cut the mustard for me.
no,
So
me neither.
I don't think it makes a litmus test for like actual research and investigation.
Right.
I wish Batdorf was still on those types of cases. If I could ship Batdorf up there to look into it, he'd find out.
Yeah. He'd be perfect.
I miss David. I haven't talked to him in a while. I gotta shoot him a message. I know he's staying quiet these days. That's he doesn't like to pop his head out as much anymore.
Yeah, well, understandably so. But
Yeah,
I do miss him too.
yeah. Then there's been a lot of people who have said that to me. Hey, I miss you having David on, or just miss David being, on shit.
Yeah, I'd watch anything he did, honestly.
Yeah. And no, I'll definitely have to reach out to him, because it's been a while since I've talked to him. I think I talked to him. Yeah, it was right after the election. I think I had spoken to him. It was not long after that. But yeah, I definitely got to reach out to him, see how he's doing, see what's going on. But yeah, he did that type of mind, like to look into something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of mind you need, to somebody who's going to go up there and look at it with, the idea that you have to do this the right way, not let's just come to a conclusion.
Right.
There's too much of that goes on. Let's just come to a conclusion. This is what we want.
And people have too many agendas and stick to it too strictly.
Yeah, it's gross. In a lot of cases, it's gross. The worst one I saw was the Flat Earth documentary. When I watched that, when they were doing their experiments, I was like, yeah, okay, shut your fucking mouth.
Right, that shit is
just
trash.
Disproved your whole theory, and all you could say was, yeah, no, we're gonna have to try it again because it wasn't working. No, that's not what happened at all.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna wrap things up a little early tonight. Like I said, I got my the peanut gallery over here next to me, Abe Lincoln, and I've got some shit I want to get done tonight. Not to mention, just life, people, just life. Every once in a while, I got to do a short one, and then sometimes we do long ones, and then other times we don't do one at all. It's been a while since we haven't done one.
Yeah, we've been on a roll.
I think the last time we didn't do one was right after the map blow up thing.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
So.
I think so. It's been a long run. Anywho, until next week, this has been the Fortean Slip, episode 184, Ghost Train, the St. Louis Ghost Train, not Missouri, people. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button, leave a comment, subscribe. Go check out, where is it here? Facebook.com/the Fortean Slip. Check out the Fortean Slip bedtime stories. I have been shit at putting stuff up this past week. I'm sorry for that. Like, life. That's all I'm going to say to you people. Life gets in the fucking way. As always, check out our good friend Bronx Johnny over at High Society Radio. That's at gasdigitalnetwork.com or wherever podcasts may be found. Go check out Dreadfun at dreadfun.com and youtube.com/dreadfun. And the show will be up as the podcast version only, audio only, at anchor.fm/the Fortean Slip or wherever podcasts may be found. I think that's it. We don't have a topic for next week, right?
Nope.
I haven't picked one. I'll pick one. I'll pick a fucking topic. God damn it. And we'll do it. So until next week, I hope everybody has a good one. For those of you that celebrate it, happy 420 tomorrow. I know some of you probably want to just sit home, smoke weed all day, you know, and do weed shit. Never been a big 420 person. I do like the sales that they put out so I can buy weed. But other than that, never been a big 420 person. But happy 420 to everybody. Be safe out there. Don't go fucking doing stupid shit. Just get high, chill out at home or someplace safe. You know, don't be fucking ramming the roads or whatever. Some of you can't handle your weed. And until next Monday, see ya.